welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to run you through my updated face routine. This is the finished product, so if you're interested, keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to zoom you in, up in the business. Right. As you can see, acne has been not very kind to me, but yes, this is what we're doing. It's what my skin looks like up close. So yes, alright, so let's begin. So I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. That one's my favorite. I just feel like it really covers my face and I don't have to use a lot of products afterwards. So I'm going to be using the NW15. Alright, so I'm just going to put some of that on the back of my hand. Cool. That's good. Just about that much. And I'm going to be taking a Real Technique. It's actually a multitask cheek brush. So it's like a powder brush. And this is what I use when I've been applying my foundation with, and I feel like it really gives it a nice airbrush finish. So I'm just going to walk you through doing this. Take your brush, dip it in just a little bit. You don't want to get too much product on there. And we're just going to go through. So we're just going to take that here. So I'll show you kind of on the redness first of my face. And we're just going to kind of pat this into our skin. Now I took a really light layer of that because Studio Fix is a really thick foundation. It's full coverage. But you don't want it to look cakey or anything like that. So I just do a little bit at a time and just kind of airbrush it through. Grabbing a little bit more. And I feel like this is better than using a foundation brush such as, where is one? Even like this duo fiber one, just because I feel like it doesn't buff out the product as well. Obviously you wouldn't use that brush to buff it out, but I feel like this, just doing it layer by layer, makes the foundation look better on your skin. Makes it look more skin-like. And I'm just going to go in small sections to make sure that I'm actually getting all of my face. And I'm kind of avoiding the eye area because I'm going to do concealer with that. So here, let's go up. And don't worry, we will be getting our neck. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more. And this foundation, I think it's 32 now, or 36, I'll have to look it up. But I'm just using a little bit at a time, just to make sure I don't waste any on the back of my hand, because I'm definitely one of those people that you see and you'll be like, oh my god, her hand's discolored, because I leave a little bit extra on there. So that's me. All right, now we're gonna do the forehead. So I'm gonna like put this up. Ready? Oh. Okay, I'll stand up a little bit. Just a little bit at a time. And grab a little bit more. And I'm patting and buffing at the same time. Not at the same time, one at a time. Okay, so now that our forehead is pretty much, let's just double check it. bringing the foundation also back into your hairline. That is a super key thing. Especially when you're doing your bronzer too, it's very important. All right, now we're going to grab some Fix Plus spray. See the difference between the neck? So I put so much sunscreen on that this is like totally different color, and also I have a big ass head so it blocks it when the sun. So I'm going to just drench my face in some Fix Plus. My neck, all right, looking wet. All right, so now go back in with your brush and we're just gonna kind of touch everything in. Move any hairs out of your face. Okay, so now we're gonna attack this difference. I do it one at a time because I don't want it to dry and then be all streaky and, you know, get crazy on me. So I'm gonna put a little bit more foundation on the back of my hand. If it wants to come out. So now that I've grabbed a little bit more of the foundation, I'm just going to start directly in the front and then work to the back. And then just double check that it kind of all flows. We're gonna tan it up a little bit too. It's like still a little pale in areas. It's all good. Okay, and make sure you dust in your ears too. That's a big one. And any products left on my brush, I'm just gonna run over my eyes real quick. It's not gonna be much, but it's better than nothing. All right, so up close in the face. Zoom in. So I'm really loving the finish that this is giving to my face. I've used this foundation forever. I mean, MAC is such a staple. They've always had pretty much, I think, the best variety of colors from any of, like, you know, the brands that are sold at like Macy's and stuff like that. And their eyeshadows and the pigments have always been top of the line. So I think MAC was the trendsetter with all the makeup. But yeah, so that is going to be the foundation. So as you can see, good coverage. I love Studio Fix. It stays, it is thick, and you know, I mean, you can spray Fix Plus spray and be on your way if you have a little bit of dry skin. If you're oily, obviously add a little powder, but overall, I love Studio Fix. The key too, when you're buying a shade from MAC, have them put it on your face, pop your ass outside, check it in the daylight. The lighting in Macy's, when it's fluorescent, is not the correct color, so make sure you get your shade. I've always been NW15, NW20, NW30 when I was 10, but I take it outside, double check. But also, my makeup artist Jenna always knows my color, and she tells me what I am, so I listen to her, she's the best. Okay, so now that this is completed, now we're gonna do the concealer. So, you wouldn't believe it, but I switched up my concealer because I found an old favorite. This is the Double Wear Stay from Estee Lauder. This one's in Light Cool 1C, because your girl's albino. So, I have dark circles right up in here, and that's what we're gonna do. So there's a new little trend of your concealer, and so I thought I would try it. So I'm gonna zoom in on my face. Other way. Okay, so now that we're all up in my grill, I'm going to do the concealer. So I'm just gonna take it right in the front of your eye, bring it down, and then you're also gonna go right in the back and lift it. Just like that, that's it. We'll do the same thing on this side. This side is a little bit worse, like right up in there. But yeah, so you just put the concealer right there. And then I'm gonna use my foundation brush and I'm just going to pat it in. and kind of like bringing it up, like any extra, just because I still have that darkness up top. And again, I'm just patting this. And any extra, I'll just sweep across. So like that, so you can see the difference. It really brought it up, and the same on this side. And sweeping that up. And we are just going to tap the outside. And sweep anything underneath and across the top. And then we're going to zoom out. So that is with the concealer on, and it does look a little bit bright, just in the eyes. So I'm going to take a little bit of a paint pot. It's actually this is the Studio Sculpt concealer now that I'm going to go in with from MAC. And I'm actually just going to take my same brush and I'm going to dip it in there and just kind of touch on top, so it's not so bright. Okay, and again, up close face. Spray it again. If you don't have Fix Plus, I highly recommend getting this stuff. It's just a skin refresher. It smells amazing. Like, this reminds me of like 4th grade for some reason. I don't know, but this shit is the bomb. So yeah, refresh the face. And now we're gonna get into the contouring, bronzing, and that type of stuff. So again, here's the refresher on the foundation. Or now we're gonna go into contouring and bronzing. So, Huda Beauty Tantour. If you don't have this stuff, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I got the color in light. That's what it looks like. So the Sephora lady was like, no, you should go medium. If you like it crazy, you should go medium. Crazy contour. And I'm like, yeah, no, because right now, obviously, with everything going on in the world, you're not allowed to see the samples. So I had to go online, like compare my skin tone to other people's, and irritating. But I did go with my choice because obviously I love makeup, so I kind of know, you know. I went with my intuition, and I'm so happy I did because it's the perfect freaking color for me. So now we'll just show you how I apply this stuff. So I have a whole video on how to tantour, how to contour your tan. So I'll link that above. But I'm just gonna zoom in and we're gonna do this real quick. All right, back up in the business, welcome back. So take your Tantour fluffy brush. This one is Japanesque. I got it from Marshall's. Couple pats in there. We're gonna go ear, above, right up in here. A light little marking. Other side. I already know it's right there. Cool. And the forehead, 5 head in my case. Just kidding. So if you haven't watched my contour video, this stuff is water resistant and sweat resistant. Now, my cheekbones are good. Now let's create a chin for the Steve Meister. So we just want to create more definition, so I'm going to come right below the ear and sweep up. Same thing on this side. And get right under the chin. That's what I like. And then any extra, I just go along the nose and underneath the nose. I don't really ever do nose contour, but if I was, that's what I would do it. Very, very simple. And then I'm just going to brush that right there. All right, so I'm going to actually put the lid back on this stuff, and I'm going to blend. So before I blend, I'm gonna spray myself again with the Fix Plus. That's optional, it's not necessary. And I'm just gonna go back in with that Japanese brush, Japanesque, Okay, so now that I've kind of blended it like a basic blend out, I'm gonna go back in with my foundation fluffy brush. And I have a little bit extra here. And I'm just gonna clean up the sides of the cheeks. So right in here. Give it a little clean up. Okay, and now, this is when I'm gonna switch brushes and I'm gonna grab my Big Daddy. This is from Icing, this is just a buffer brush. And we're going to basically just pat everything in and make sure it's blended. So we're gonna start up, I pull my hair back and up. Okay, pull it back. And the other side. And just kind of touch on the lips too, and down the nose. Okay, so I'm going to just check it in the mirror. Okay, so now I'm gonna zoom you in again. We're just gonna check everything out. So here's the skin up close. This is a message from Editing Steve. I've noticed I did not blend the left side of my cheekbone. So yes, my bad. Eek! Take this as my mistake. Make sure you blend your shit out. So yeah, your skin, you know, it just looks like an updated version of skin. And again, this is just my foundation routine, so I'm not gonna go over like everything, or my like face routine, I would say. So since that stuff is water resistant and all that, I'm not gonna put any powder, any bronzer powder on top of that. I feel like that's good, like I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so from this step on, I've got all the creams on, we're good here. If you wanna add more on top, you're welcome to. I would either go with the Give Me Sun from MAC. That one's a great one to just dust on top of your face. But for me, this is enough coverage. I believe I still want my skin to look like skin. That's like a big thing. I mean, obviously I use like full coverage. I'm using MAC, so but I still want it to look like skin. So now I'm just gonna add a little bit of a setting powder. So I'm gonna be using the Kat Von D in Translucent. And I'm just gonna grab like a fluffy, this is the Morphe M536 brush. And I'm gonna just go in my T-zone with this. And now I'm just gonna zoom you in again. So that's what just a little bit of powder looks like on. Make sure you get all the crevices. But yeah, I think the biggest game changer in your routine is to have the Fix Plus spray and spray it in between your steps. I really feel like it holds the product in and it gives you a nice clean surface to work with. And I think the last fun step that I would put on is a little bit of highlighter. But yeah, if you like a matte face, this is what you can do. So now to really finish the face, I'm going to just add 2 steps. A little bit of blush. I'm using the Party from Tarte. Why did that sound like a question mark? Just adding a little bit there. A little bit of flesh look, and then going in with Sarcophagus. You know this is my fave. Tapping a little bit in. And same on this side. Get your Cupid's bow, tip of the nose. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just brush my eyebrows out. and brush my eyelash extensions the correct way. And then I'm just gonna pop on some lip gloss too. So I'm just gonna take a little Q-tip, or I'm just gonna wipe off the foundation from my lips real quick. Okay, so now that I've wiped out the foundation from my lips, I'm just gonna put on this So Juicy Lip Pumping from ColourPop. It's in the color Partly Rowdy. And I'm just gonna add that. So yeah, my lips match my highlight. So that is my simple face routine. I'm gonna zoom you guys in one more time so you can kind of see what my skin looks like in a 4K video camera. Okay, so here I am. As you can see, my skin's doing really well. Check out my skincare video if you like my skin. Besides this freaking acne, besides my maskne that's going on. But yeah, that is what my skin looks like up close. Again, I'm gonna zoom y'all in again. So that is gonna conclude my video. So let me know if you use this technique in your next application of foundation. I don't know why I just said it like that, but I did. So don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video.